So you're about to start dating an Enneagram Type One, huh? Watch this video first. I promise. I'm diving into the 10 things you absolutely have to know before dating an Enneagram Type One, also known as the perfectionist, the idealist, or the reformer. If you don't know who I am, hello, my name's Abby. This is my channel dedicated to helping you discover you. I put out new videos every Thursday, so subscribe if you haven't already. Starting with number 10. When I asked on my Instagram at Enneagram with Abby, what do Type Ones want people to know about dating them? The majority of the answers was overwhelmingly about the value of time. On a surface level, this means be on time, like to things. Be early if you can. If you're running late, because hey, things happen. If you are running late, send an updated ETA as soon as possible. If plans change, give them a minimum of 24 hours notice ahead of time. Also, set times. Don't say, I'll call you tomorrow. Say, I will call you tomorrow morning at 11 a.m. Don't say, let's hang out this weekend and kind of leave it in this vague nothingness. Say, hey, let's go to the farmer's market on Sunday at 9 a.m. I'll pick you up. Does that sound good to you? On a deeper level, don't waste a Type One's time in a relationship. If you're not 100% invested and you're kind of stringing the Type One along, you're wasting everyone's time. You're wasting their time, your time. It's just not worth it. Ones will appreciate raw honesty when it comes to your commitment. Number 9, spontaneity. Let's talk about it. Most Type Ones will tell you that spontaneity is not their jam. They need a plan. Otherwise, the vague unknowingness of what's gonna happen is gonna stress them out. However, do you know what spontaneity can bring to the table? Fun. And Type Ones, they need fun. If a one is operating at a high level of self, they're gonna be able to have fun, let go, release the control that they need over their day. So if you're dating a Type One, is there a way you can bring spontaneity and fun into your dates while also not going so overboard that the Type One feels out of control? If you have any ideas for this, please leave them in the comments down below. Also, ones, I wanna hear from you. Do you agree or disagree with this? I think it could go either way. Number 8. Little did you know when you started dating a Type One, you also started dating someone else, their inner critic. This inner voice is with a Type One from childhood to adulthood, and it changes forms based on what their level of health is. Understand that this inner critic internalizes everything, is really upset when things aren't perfect, and is super, super harsh on your Type One. Knowing that you're dating a Type One and their inner critic is important because then when you have to deliver constructive criticism, you can do it with gentleness and grace, knowing that the Type One is way harsher on themselves than anyone deserves. This awareness also helps show your loved one that they are worthy and they are good and that they don't have to be perfect in order to have those things. Number 7, if they ask for help, they need it now, not 20 minutes later. This was left in the comment box on Instagram, and I thought it was so good it needed its own category. Asking for help does not come easy to Type One, so if they're asking for help, there's a reason. Like, it takes a lot for Type Ones to get to delegate, so just the act of delegating, of asking, is a sign of growth, and you wanna reward that behavior by helping them when they ask, instead of making them feel like, I shouldn't have even asked, I need to do everything myself because no one else is gonna do it if I don't do it. Number 6, I think it's really important to know what it looks like when your partner is on the defensive. That way you're aware that they may need extra love or help in your partnership. Type One's defense mechanism is reaction formation. In psychology, this is when a person unconsciously replaces an unwanted feeling with an opposite feeling in order to mask that they even had that one unwanted feeling in the first place. An example of this defense mechanism is being overly friendly to somebody that you really don't like, or even if you have a crush on someone but you feel ashamed of that feeling, you might be extra harsh or extra mean to them because you don't want to give away the feeling that you're having that you're crushing on them. Number 5, if you mess up, own up to it. Integrity is extremely important to a Type One's moral code. Now, that said, we all mess up in relationships. That's normal. It's what we do with those mistakes that is going to stand out to Type Ones. How do you address that you messed up? Do you try to fix it? Do you want to do better next time? What does that look like? That response is going to be what a Type One looks for security in the future of their relationship. They're gonna wanna know that if you mess up in the future, which we all will, that you are going to handle it with grace and with strength of wanting to do better in the future. Number 4, don't leave them on read. And yes, I am talking about text messaging. Reply to their text message promptly. Like, don't wait a day. Open and honest communication helps Type Ones structure their day in a way that brings them peace. Number 3, wanna woo a Type One? Acts of service. But Abby, what about the other love languages? No, acts of service, for the love of God, acts of service. Number 2, brush up on the core motivations of a Type One. One thing that makes the Enneagram so incredibly special is it tells us why we do the things that we do. And the things that are driving those motivations are our core fear, our core desire, our core weakness, and our core longing. The core fear of a Type One is being wrong, bad, or unredeemable. Their core desire is to have integrity and to be good according to their own moral standard. Their core weakness is resentment, as they suppress feelings of anger and frustration that they are not perfect and that the people around them are not perfect as well. And their core longing is to know that they are well and truly good inside. They do not have to measure up to goodness. They are good as they are. And finally, number 1. Enneagram Ones are amazing partners. Do you want a solid, upstanding, thoughtful partner who loves deeply and loyally? Get yourself a Type One gal or guy.
That sounded like an infomercial.
Comment below what your favorite thing about Type Ones is. I want to know, what's your best friend's coolest trait? What's your partner's amazing thing that they do that makes them just an awesome partner? If you want to watch more videos about Enneagram Type Ones, you can click here. If you want to watch what YouTube thinks you'll like, you can click here. And thanks to these patrons for making this channel possible.